with Desert Divas Crafts. Let me know when you get on. Say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. Say hey. Let me know you're here. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? Hey Jennifer, how are you? Hey Wen, thanks for sprinkling. Hello. Oh, Jennifer is joining us from Texas. How are you doing in Texas? I've been hearing that there's a storm approaching Louisiana and Texas, so I hope and praying that everybody stays safe and that they stay dry and that they stay safe. So, yeah, let me know. I hope things are going okay. Hey, Cindy. Oh, Cindy Truitt and Cindy Cornwell. Thanks for joining. Hey, Denise. Hey, Dawn. Thanks for sprinkling from Oklahoma. Hey, Gloria. How's everybody? If you sprinkle, which means S-H-A-R-E, you get added to the gratitude jar. Look how full my jar is. You guys have been doing such an amazing job. You're all so amazing doing the sprinkling and doing your thing. So yeah, thanks so much for everybody who sprinkled, which means S-H-A-R-E. Look at all these, look at all this. Good thing the end of the month is coming so that I can draw 2 names out of here, because this is getting full. So next Monday is the end of the month. So my plan is to do the drawing then. But I don't know what time I'm gonna go live that Monday because I have an appointment, so I have to work that out. So this is my first time doing 6:30 at night, so that's the latest. This is the latest that I've done. So it's 6:30 here in Arizona, and I know it's 9:30 on the East Coast. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for folks. Thanks, Mary, for sprinkling. Thanks, Jennifer, for sprinkling. Thanks, Kavita, Gloria, Faith. Oh, hey, Faith. Thanks for joining. Oh, the weather's going to get bad for you, Jennifer, around 2 a.m. I hope everybody stays safe where you are. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sprinkling. All right, today we're doing a little bit of a two crafts in one kind of deal. We're doing a pair. And we're using these 2 buffalo check pumpkins. So these are from Hobby Lobby, and you might have seen them there. They have a hanger on them, but I'm going to be removing the hanger. I've already removed the hanger on the black and white check one. That's going to leave a little bit of a hole on the hanger, but we're going to use these frames for them, so we're going to cover up that hole by wrapping. My plan is to wrap some jute around the neck of the pumpkin, so that's the plan. So, oh Faith, you're going to be here in October. I'm in the hot part of Arizona, in the valley, which is like a lot of cities, but basically the greater Phoenix area. This is the hot part, but in October things should be better. Today it's hazy. So it wasn't, well actually I don't know if it was bad or not. This is the time of the year that you stay in Arizona. This is our equivalent to winter here because it's just usually not too pleasant out. We're going to be using these 2 decor items that I picked up at Hobby Lobby when there was clearance. So this one was $3.70, I think it looks like, yeah. So I think it was only 25% off at the time, not the 90% off. I didn't catch that. But I still thought it was a good deal for, you know, a solid wood frame. So we're going to be using this one for one of our pumpkins. So, yes, let's all pray for everyone's safety who's in the storm's path. I completely agree, Gloria. We're definitely praying for all of them because, yeah, I can't imagine that. We don't have hurricanes here, we have monsoons, but yeah, the hurricane storms, yeah, it scared me a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna be using this beach one, and then it's not exactly the same, but it's complementary, I feel like. This God Bless America one, this one was also $3.50, so it was in that clearance section as well. And these ones are like little shadow boxes, so we're gonna put the pumpkins inside them. But we are gonna cover up the design that's there. This one's a cute one, this God Bless America, but we're gonna convert it into something else. Yes, Wen, thank you. Prayers for all. Thanks, Connie. We appreciate all the prayer warriors here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, actually I'm going to paint the edges first because I noticed that these edges were unfinished. So I'm going to paint this one black and then this one orange. So we're going to do that as our first step here. So yes, I had to, things went a little long at work today, so that's why I had to go in a little bit later than usual. So today was a little bit of a long day for me. Oh, thanks, Claire. She says she likes the shadow box look. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've done one before with the white and orange polka dotted fabric and that navy pumpkin, but I really like these buffalo check ones. So these ones showed up in the, if you watched my haul, my dad packaged up a couple of boxes from the lake. These were a few, there was hardly any fall things in those boxes because the sales that were going on at the time were either clearance decor items like this or, you know, 4th of July clearance. So I have a lot of the 4th of July came in those boxes. But these were the couple of fall things that I saw there at Hobby Lobby that I had to have before I left. So, yes, sending lots of healing prayers. Karen, okay, you got it. You got it. Karen jumped on asking for prayers. On Saturday, I fell in my living room. Oh my gosh. I also broke my right foot in 6 places. Oh my, okay, you got it. You got it. Gosh, I hope you start feeling better really soon. That sounds really rough. So the idea is to do, what I'm trying to do, or my plan is to do these in a similar style so that maybe they could go next to each other even though they're not the exact same frame, but that they'll end up looking similar and nice together when I put them out. Yes, Connie, definitely praying for your healing touch. Agreed. Agreed. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thanks for sprinkling. Yes, I'm excited to draw out. So I'm going to do that on Monday. That's my plan. Because Monday will be the end of the month. So that'll be... But because my jar got so full, I think I'm going to... We started the gratitude jar concept, not really at the beginning of August, sometime in the middle of August, I guess. And then decided we'd pull out at the end of the month. And I've been doing a lot more lives the last week or so. So my jar's pretty full. So I'm going to pull 2 names out on August 31st. And I'm not sure if I'm going to tell people what the prize is or whether I'm going to package it up in my cute mailers and then it'll be a surprise. I might do that, so we'll see. Yeah. And then my plan is to maybe then move to picking out of the jar in the middle of the month and the end of the month. Otherwise, that's why we have so many names that accumulated in the jar. But everybody's so awesome, doing so much sprinkling that, yeah, that helps me a lot, you doing that. So I really, really appreciate that. Alright, so I just painted around the edges black because it was unfinished. And then I'm going to put, so I'm using this Home Decor chalk paint in black. And then I'm just going to set this down. I just painted around the edges because it will be visible. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do this step. I just wanted to cover up the unfinished look. And then for the orange, I'm going to use this Spiced Pumpkin Americana paint. So we'll use that. Yeah. Yeah, Connie likes that idea. Just surprise the winners. Don't tell them what it is. More exciting when it comes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I showed the mailers that I just got in a couple of the last lives, and the one I showed it when I went over the haul, and I might have shown it in another live too, I can't remember. But I'm super excited because they're pink with cactus on them, so then I was just thinking that potentially I'd pack up the mailers and leave it as a surprise. So, oh, my hubby's here, my mom's here. Everybody's joining tonight. My hubby thought that he was going to miss it because he went to go swimming this evening, close to 5:30, but I had to change the schedule on everybody, so I hope this time worked out okay for everybody. Oh, it's amazing. This like paint feels like it's soaking in a little bit to the MDF. I think that's the difference between using just a general acrylic paint and using a chalk paint. I mean, I still think it looks good, but it's definitely soaking in more, I feel like, than the chalk paint I used on the other pumpkin. So. Yeah, just cleaning up these edges here. Does anybody have any good news to share from there? Anybody got any good news for their Wednesday? We definitely have everybody who mentioned what they're going through in our prayers. But, oh yeah, say hi to my mom. She's up late. This is almost past her bedtime. I can't believe you're up. Yeah, peanut butter sandwich. That is a positive. That's a good news to share. That's good news to share. I'm on with all of you. That's my good news to share. And if you catch the replay, if you're not able to watch this one live, make sure to comment and let me know that you watched, because I love to know that. I go back and I read the comments, so in case I missed anything, and I feel like I do a pretty good job with the comments, but sometimes I miss a whole bit. Like when I was going over the haul, my husband let me know there was a whole conversation about the Christmas trees because somebody suggested that one of the containers be used to hold the Christmas tree. And my husband got very nervous about that because of my current Christmas tree collection. I missed that whole conversation, so I'm glad that I went back and looked at the comments for that. So I have some exciting stuff coming up in the next month that I'm excited to tell you all about. I think I'm going to wait to make those announcements on Friday, so you definitely want to join me on Friday. I think I'm saving all my announcements for Friday. But I got some, actually I need this. I have some exciting things coming up. The month of September is going to be a busy month for me with the Desert Divas Crafts, so I'm very much looking forward to that. So I can't wait to tell you all about what I have planned, what I have coming up. But it's going to be a busy, fun month, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Klondike ice cream. Oh gosh, those are fantastic. Those are so good. They make them in all different kinds now, don't they? used to be just traditional, the chocolate with the ice cream, but I feel like they make like a Reese's version now. I feel like I've seen all kinds. We get those a lot of times when we're at the lake, as our summer treat when we're there. So I'm just using the white, Waverly. I was able to find the big jar at Walmart on my recent trip. So I'm using that to cover up this design. And then I'm thinking, I've gotten a little bit more confident about using the antique wax. I used the antique wax in that plunger challenge project. So I'm thinking that we'll pull out the antique wax and use that. I mean, this frame here, you can see, has a little bit of an antique look already. So I want to make sure that they both kind of get that antique look before we add the pumpkins to them. Oh, Martha, your glorious sister-in-law. Fantastic. My sister-in-law was on last night. I don't see her tonight, but I saw her last night. Well, welcome. Glad to have you. Any kin to Gloria is welcome here for sure. All right. I might need another coat. We'll see. I'm gonna do this one. So I'm just covering up the design. I'm thinking I'll need 2 coats, and then if I need to expedite the drying, I'll pull out the heat gun then. So this one's a little different. It has a little bit of a, I don't know, wainscoting sort of, like a little bit of a, like a slotted wood look to it, which I think is kind of neat. Oh, Millie, you're a Gloria's friend too. Kin to Gloria, friend of Gloria's is definitely welcome here, so we are very glad to have you. I hope you enjoy watching the craft come together, and that if you're new here, that you decide to like and follow Desert Divas Crafts, because I would really appreciate that. I'd love to have you as part of our community. And if you're new here, we have a group called the Cactus Creatives, and that is where folks share the projects that they've worked on. And Gloria has shared a lot of really beautiful projects there. I loved everything she's added there. So, yeah. Oh, good. Gloria says the sprinkling is working. I'm glad. Happy to hear that. All right. I got it a little bit covered. Let me dry it a little bit. I really need to get an extension cord for this. I really can't even extend my dryer much more than this. I need to work on that. Yeah, I can still see the beach through it, so I'm gonna do a second coat. Let me see, I'm gonna try to put my surge protector up here so I get a little bit more length on the cord. There we go. We'll see if that works. All right, that's dry. Well, one of my friends who's often here watching, she just recently, went to their place up north, so they have a place up north that's out of the heat. I mean, it's still hot there because it's summer, but not anywhere near how hot it is down here in the valley. So, but she sent me this picture today saying that I was rubbing off on her because they had a, what do you call it? Like a, It kind of attaches to the back of the car so that you have additional storage. I don't know what you call that. Anyways, they had the thing attached to the back of their vehicle for additional storage, and she opened it up and took a picture of it, and it basically was bags of crafting supplies because she's got to be up there for a few weeks, and so she wanted to have her crafting supplies. And so she said I was rubbing off on her that she needed to take her crafting supplies with her, and that made me chuckle. So yeah, I'm hoping that, doing something like this, like I find a ton of joy in crafting. I enjoy the whole creative process, converting things, rehabbing them, making something that once, like giving something another life. Anyways, I find a ton of joy in that, and I'm hoping that, inspires folks to find the joy in crafting too, or to expand on the joy they already have with crafting, or if they lost that joy, they find it again. So, okay, I got a few comments here. Yeah, it is. I'm a messy person. I'm a messy painter, but more than anything, I'm a messy painter, but I am I'm very much a messy eater, so it's amazing that I can do this painting without getting it all over the place. Maybe I should start wearing an apron. That might be a good idea. Oh, what kind of dryer is this? That is a great question, to which I might not, it's very possible that I might not know the answer, actually. Because I got it off Amazon. I don't know, because it doesn't look like it has a label on it, but this is what it looks like. And I just found it off Amazon. I know Lizzie and Aaron use one from Harbor Freight. They've got a couple at Harbor Freight. But this one's worked just fine. But I had considered going, if this one ever gave me trouble, over to Harbor Freight to pick up one like they use, because theirs is pretty great. Theirs looks a little bit almost like a hairdryer, and the whole time while I was at the lake, I used a hairdryer. So you can always use that as an option if you have one available to you. So, all right. Moving back to the pumpkins. I'm gonna start by putting I'm gonna put some jute around the neck of the pumpkins. That's my plan. I'm doing that because I think it will look cute, but I'm also doing it because of the fact that these were hanging pumpkins, so there was a hole. Now, I think Hobby Lobby had some that were a little bit thicker, so these are kind of on the thin side. I think they had some thicker ones that were intended to sit down. These ones were intended to hang. They came in this black check, orange check, and I think a gray check as well. And so I think it will look cute, but it will also work to cover up the hole so that that's not readily apparent, I guess is what I'm going to say about that. So that's my plan for that. All right. Oh, Cindy loves the green truck picture. Thank you, Cindy. I got that truck, I think it was craftoutlet.com. And it's a pretty good sized truck. It's like 15 inches out of MDF, and they also had one out of foam, which would be really great for if you were to do a wreath. Because, all right, turned on. I think I'm back in business with this glue gun. We'll see. I didn't manage to charge the battery before my last live, so I had to go get my emergency backup heat gun. So. Oh, Gloria, that's a fantastic idea. We all need a Desert Divas apron. I like that. I think that would be super cute. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, I need one to contain my mess. But yeah, I think it would look really cute. That's a really great idea, actually. Really great idea. I like it. So I'm just going to start it with some hot glue, and then I'm just going to wind it around the neck of the pumpkin. my mother is claiming I get all the crafting ability from her. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. Although I have to say, I haven't seen my mom craft per se, but when I was younger, there are a lot of super cute pictures where my mother, so she used to sew a lot, and we would have matching outfits. Like I would have the little girl version of it, and she would have the adult version of it. I can't remember all the ones that she made, but I can remember, probably because it's a picture in our family album, one where it was like, I think green, I want to say it was. Oh, it was my mom's idea? It's a fabulous idea. So, yeah, there's like a little green like suit, and she had one and I had one, like matching, mom and daughter matching outfits, and then she made them, so she sewed them. So I consider that to be pretty crafty. Alright, so here's what I've done. I've just wrapped the jute around, so I just glued it at one end and then glued it at the top. And I went up as high enough as to cover the hole. So I don't think that, I don't think you can tell that you've covered up a hole, basically. Oops, whoops. I'm being impatient again and not waiting until it's dried. Hold on. I need to fix this one. You sewed bathing suits too? I don't remember that. I'll have to look back at the family photo album, but I definitely remember seeing the picture of the green suits. That one I remember. I don't know if that was for Easter or what, or we just thought it would be cute. Yeah. There's a picture with, Trina has a picture with her mom and sisters in matching sundresses that she made. Oh, that's awesome. I have, like, so my mom was definitely into the sewing when I was younger. And although I have done some sewing, it's, I would say it's the thing that I pull out, like, the least. It's sitting under my desk over there, my sewing machine, right? And so my Cricut is out on the table in a prominent position, but my sewing machine is stored away. There was a period of time, my husband calls it like the journey of Sheila's crafting, which I'd forgotten all about. But there was a period of time when we were, prior to my son being born, we were, my girlfriend and I, Amanda, the one who traveled up north, we did all these classes, and we did a quilting class. And so for a period of time, I did a bunch of quilting. And then we also took a cake decorating class, which ended up being a really fantastic skill, because when my son was young, I could decorate or make the cakes for his birthday and stuff like that. So, oh, I don't think I might need to add some more in here. I don't think I covered up the hole well here. Might have to do this one again. I need to add a little bit more here. Yeah, I didn't cover it up. I didn't cover it up. All right. I will just continue. Yeah, as it starts to turn here, it gets a little bit more difficult, so I might need to add a little bit of glue. It's not necessarily going straight up per se. Alright. Has anybody else ever done that? Cake decorating or quilting? Anybody ever tried their hands at those things? Gloria's sewing machine never gets put away. That's awesome. I wish that I was like that. I don't know why it's the thing I use the least. Oh, been working on masks lately. That's fantastic. You should put a picture of your masks on the Cactus Creatives, Gloria. I would like to see it. I'd love to see the masks that you made. Yeah, I had a friend who was making masks here, Amber. She's the one that worked on the logo, the Desert Divas logo. So she does a lot of sewing. She sews her kids' Halloween costumes. Like, it's impressive. It's very, very impressive. Oh, your sister is into cake decorating? Covita, you did your own wedding cake? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You should look for a picture of that and also put that on Cactus Creatives because I would love to see that. That sounds fantastic. I would love to see that. That's really amazing. Really, really amazing. Yeah, of course I want to see them. Of course I do. Yeah, absolutely I want to see them. Oh. Used to decorate cakes. My mother hand quilted. Oh, hand quilted quilts. That's fantastic. That's really neat. I think my grandmother did a lot of that too. That on my dad's side. I have one here with a sunflower design on it, and it's really amazing. Amazing. All right. I think that I do want to. Actually, let's dress. Well, we can dress these up the rest of the way. So I'm using the rest of my tags. So it came in a set of 3. So I want to use the rest of the tags. So did you just decorate cakes for friends and family, or did you do it? Hey Carla, thanks for joining. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue and I'm adding my tags. So we used the other tag on Wednesday on our charger project, which I got. It's over here. You might not be able to see it. It might be a little hidden for you. So I had the tags sitting out here, and then I'm like, oh, I could use them for this project. So I'm just adding, I'm going to add a tag to each one. I added a little bit of jute, and then we painted on the edge. Oops, I'm tearing up my workspace here. Oh, you sold them. Wow. That is fantastic. Alright, so I'm just putting a little bit of glue at the top and the bottom. And then I think that I want to add some of the orange pip berries. So I've been using these in several projects too. So I think I have one more fall project. Well, I have more fall, but I think that I'm going to do one more fall project on. All right, so we added the thankful, we have the blessed on Friday, and then I'm going to do, I think, a couple of Halloween projects. That's my plan. So I haven't done anything Halloween yet. I've been doing all fall, but I'm going to do a couple Halloween. I like cute Halloween. I'm not so into like scary Halloween. But I have decorated in the past. I really like Halloween in terms of, I like dressing up. So we typically have dressed up our family of 3. I was super excited last year because I convinced the boys. You know, usually I couldn't convince them. They overrule me all the time. This is the difficulty of having 2 boys and then me. You know, my husband and my son seem to always overrule me. But I convinced them last year to do Mary Poppins, and I was so excited. So that was a super cute costume. So I'm disappointed this year that that's probably not going to happen, because I like dressing up with them. That's one of my favorite things. Oh yeah, I said I do these beads. All right. And then we have been known, so for years, near Halloween, we've had a pumpkin carving party. And this has been a tradition, I mean, for a long time, definitely over a decade, almost since my son was born. So what I have here is, this is the little orange pip beads. I just did it around the end of a paintbrush, and then I'm just gonna add one little like curly Q, or maybe 2, we'll see, to each of the pumpkins. for just a little bit of an accent. So I've been the one who had a pumpkin carving party forever, right? Everybody would come and carve pumpkins. I think I like to do it because in Arizona, we didn't have like a lot of the traditional things like we do back east. And so like the kids would do, you know, eating the donut off the string and apple bobbing and then carving the pumpkin. Anyways, we've been doing it for a decade, and it seems like this, because of the quarantine, is going to be the end of an era. And it probably was about time, because my kiddo's getting older, so I had to sort of face that fact. And I might not, my pumpkin carving party for my 13-year-old might not be as cool as it used to be. In any case, so I guess that is coming to an end now with us being in quarantine. So it's kind of sad. So for all this time, I've been known for my witch's brew. So every year, I would make a whole production with the kiddos, and I would have basically like a bowl with the punch and then another bowl, and we would put the dry ice around it, and I would pour water in and wear my funky witch's hat that I've had forever, and the kids would just go wild, right, when the dry ice would come, you know, boiling over the edge. And then when I would like scoop out the high C, it would be so cold because of the dry ice that they would all be like, it's the best I've ever had. So I've been doing that for a long, long time. So that was kind of my thing, and that's the reason that we would decorate so much, is because we would have our pumpkin carving party and do the apple bobbing and the donuts and a lot of other games. One year I did, I think, like a Halloween Olympics. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, right? Well, Kathy, yeah, too hot here in Arizona for all that fun fall stuff. Exactly. Well, I learned over the years, like with the pumpkins here, like back east, because it's colder, you know, at Halloween, you could leave your pumpkin out. So here's how. But here you have to carve it almost as close to the holiday as possible, because otherwise it wouldn't last, because it's so hot here that they would be rotting, basically, is what I'm going to say. All right, before we go adding our pumpkins to our frames, I'm going to do the antique wax on it. So I'm going to try to find some space here. Actually, I might just do it right out of the cap, because I'm worried everybody's saying they're having a hard time finding this antique wax, and I'm getting much more into the antique wax. So, yeah, Gloria, that is a great question. This is where Clint and I met, actually. So, yeah, and we met at work. So I came out here after college, and so did he. And we came out here to work at the same company, actually. So, yeah, that's how. And then we stayed. There are a lot of things that I like about Arizona. One was the company that I was working for, although my husband doesn't work for that company anymore. And then, yeah, we just stayed, and we met here, and we made a life here. And you know, sometimes we would talk about moving back, but I was from New England, he was from Kentucky. We weren't sure. We weren't sure where to move back to, and we would move back. But then the question was, we'd have to find work too. There are a lot of benefits to living in Arizona. One was my commute. So here I'm just adding a little bit of the antique wax. I'm around, and I'm going in these little like lines in between to try to accent them. So the cost of living here compared to where I'm from on the East Coast, Ew. And then, so the cost of living here, the commute, I had a very easy commute. And it was kind of a neat adventure. There's a lot of times when it's not so hot like it is now. And so it's a beautiful state. So, but largely our work brought us out here. So, yeah. So I added some, can you see? I'm going to add some to the like outside because this one has some on the frame piece. So I'm just going to go around like where the corner is on the frame. So my hubby and I are celebrating a very big milestone next week. So I'm excited about that. Next week is our anniversary. And we will be married. Thanks for sprinkling, Gloria. It's our 20-year wedding anniversary next Wednesday. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 20 years. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Pretty excited about that. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. Now, compared to my parents, this is a minor milestone. Because my parents also got married in the month of September. About 10 or 12 days, 10 days maybe after us, I want to say. And this year, so within a couple of weeks or whatever, I think it's September 12th for my parents. Yeah, thank you, 20 years, yeah. My parents is 50. 50 years. 50 years, very excited. All right. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of the antique wax to this one too. Just a little bit, not too much. So I'm just going around the edge, and then I use the wipe to sort of smudge it a little bit towards the center, so. So I use the wipe to take some of it off, and then to get it a little bit smudged. So I don't really do any sort of rhyme or reason. It's really in the sort of wiping it off that I get the look that I'm looking for. All right, taking another wipe to it. So I'm just doing a little bit around and then smudging it up. All right. So I'm thinking this is for the orange one. Now the question I have for you is, do you think that I should add a little bit of the antique wax to the pumpkins too? Or leave the pumpkins like they are, so. Oops. What do we think? A little bit of antique wax around the side of the pumpkins? No antique wax? What's the verdict on that? Oh my gosh. Your dad's birthday is September 12th. He's going to be 91. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I posted some pictures of my grandmother. She is 94. She turned 94 in August. It was amazing. So amazing. All right. So, oh, yes, for the wax. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of the wax around the edge. Just like So I'm doing a little bit of the wax on the pumpkins too. Oh, I end up wiping most of it off. Let me try that again. I end up wiping most of it off here. Let's see if I can do a better job. Alright, let me try to not wipe it off. I'm more patting it because it was just sort of completely wiping off, probably because of the surface. It's a pretty slick surface. I'm just doing a little bit of patting. I think that will work. I don't want it to completely wipe off. Alright, here it is with some wax on it. Can you see it? Or is it too subtle? Okay. Let me add a little bit on this one too. I'm not going over the entire surface, although you could if you really kind of like the aged look completely. Just doing it around the edges, and I did the same thing around the frame, just a little bit. So, alright. So yeah, I'm just gonna dab it a little bit, because otherwise it was wiping off completely, and I don't want that to happen. Okay. Alright. Put this cap back on. Alright, now what are we doing? Alright, can everybody see? Can you see everything? Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue the pumpkins down now. And then we'll work on the bow and the top. So I'm thinking of doing the same bow on both. That's my thinking. So that they look coordinated when they sit next to each other, even though they don't have exactly the same frame. Uh-oh, low on glue. I need another glue stick. Hold on a second. Thanks, Carla, for sprinkling. Everybody that sprinkles gets added to the gratitude jar. And I am thinking about I'm thinking of pulling the 2 names on next Monday at the end of the month. And then I'm thinking of packing up a couple of those new mailers that I got and sending people surprises. That's my thinking. Alright, so here we are. Here's with our 2 pumpkins. And here's the bow that I worked up. So it's a little bit on the small side. Well, I didn't want it to sort of overpower things. And I only made up 1, so we'll have to make up a second one. But I'm thinking that I'm going to use these from the Dollar Tree. So these are the berries. And I was thinking of putting the bow in the center with the berries on either side. That's, oops. Oh no, my berries, they went into the paint. Hold a second. Yeah, 2020 has been rough. Praying that 2021 starts out better. I hear you. I hear you. All right. Anyway, so what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking of doing the white one with the white and black, and then the orange with the orange. So it's a little bit monochromatic, but the bow has the black and orange. So I'm thinking that I can use the same bow for both. So I just have to I'd have to make another one to go with. So let me fluff this one out a little bit. Let me cut off the jute. Hold on, let's see here. So yeah, I added this orange and burlap to this. I have this plaid one in there, and then I have this truck one. So this is a new one that I haven't gotten before. And then this skinny buffalo check one. So I was trying to make sure that both the orange and the buffalo check colors were in there so that the same bow would work for both pieces. Let me cut some of this off of here. So I'm thinking, yeah, white with this one and orange, so the beads are sort of monochromatic, I guess. But my thinking was that if I use the same kind of beads, then it kind of looks like they go together, even though they go together, but they're different, so. Oh, Carla likes the ribbon, good. You like the idea of using the same bow on both? Thanks. Yeah, I'm hoping that they look good together. Maybe I should get the bow in there, make sure I got this in the right spot here. I might have put those too far apart. Let's see. Let's get the bow in here. Oh, no, I guess that looks okay. I think that looks okay. Now, I have more of that over here. Let me see if I want to use another piece instead. Yeah, maybe I'll use this piece instead. So there were about 4 bunches on each piece of these beads, and this is more of my Dollar Tree floral stuff that I'm all into. I misplaced my little finger protector. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's put this bow in there. Need to hold this down for a little bit longer. Oh no! Hold on. I'm gonna switch this bow around. Hold it. I guess it doesn't matter, but the trucks would have been upside down if I went forward with that way, so let me just switch it around. So then we're just gonna have to work on recreating this bow. And then yeah, these are the orange ones. I think they also had some in like a cranberry color too, which I thought was pretty nice. But I thought the white and orange would look good for these projects. Alright, what do we think? This is the first one. We'll set this one here. We'll work on our next one. Alright. realizing I forgot my exercise. No, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, how about I'm going to take the first 5 people who tell me what they're grateful for, where they live. So wherever you live, your state, whatever, what are you grateful for about where you live? I'll take the first 5 that I get, if I can find my pencil somewhere here. Where's my pencil? All right. Yes, Gloria, those berries were from the Dollar Tree. Grateful for my family in Safford, Arizona. Excellent. Gloria, I'm adding your name. If I can find my pencil, which I appear to have lost. There it is. Got it. Got it. All right. Gloria. Galia. Grateful to live in Lake Barkley, Covita. I'm a lake lover too, so I can only imagine living at the lake full time. Grateful for living in Georgia, close to my... Oh, Karen! Next to your mother and daughter. That's fantastic. Carla lives in Texas where everything is bigger. That's awesome. Let's see, did I get everybody? Oh, I missed. Gloria, grateful for 4 distinct seasons. I missed you, Gloria. Yes, you have distinct seasons. Arizona, we have 2 seasons. 2 seasons, basically. Yeah, these berries came from the Dollar Tree. Here's kind of like the stem. I think the orange one had 3, the white one had 4, but I think that one just fell off. But yeah, berries from the Dollar Tree. Which I think is why I like, because they've had a lot of unique things there in terms of the floral. Alright, we gotta make, we have to make our, I think I'm done with this. No, I'm not done with this. I'm just gonna set it to the side though. We're gonna make our bow. So, let's see, these are the ones I said was in it. Scissors. Good thing I have scissors close. Amanda's grateful for cool air and dinner on the porch in Overgard. That sounds really nice. Carla says sometimes she sees all 4 seasons in the same week. I can only imagine. Alright, what other colors did I say I used? Oh yeah, this one. I did the simple small bow, but I thought that the scale of the bow needed to be smaller considering the frame. The frame wasn't that big. All right. Hey, Leanne. Yeah, thanks for coming over. All right, let's see. How did I do this? Alrighty. I think it was this one and then this one. We'll see. Hold on. This and then this. Then the orange. Then the truck. And then the buffalo chick. Cut myself a little bit of jute here. grateful for your craft lady. My husband's grateful for his craft lady. Thanks, sweetie. He's being all sweet because he knows the anniversary is next week. No, I'm kidding. He's sweet all the time. Well, a lot of the time. He's sweet a lot of the time. Thanks, Gloria. All right. I just tied it with the jute tight in the middle. Same ribbons, but it's probably going to look a little bit different than the other one, but I wanted them to coordinate at least. Alright, so we're going to use these orange berries on this one. Oops. Oh, some fell off. That's bound to happen. That's bound to happen with the Dollar Tree. Yes, he's super sweet. Super sweet. He is very, very, very supportive. So I am very lucky. Very lucky. And I'm going to go ahead and put the bow on and then just hold this. Mildred, her laugh out loud, my finger was stuck on the heart. That's okay, we like hearts, we accept the hearts. Love the hearts. Also love the sprinkling. So be sure to, so I have 5 additional names to add to the gratitude jar from the first 5 folks that answered my question about gratitude. Anybody that sprinkles, which means S-H-A-R-E, this gets added to the gratitude jar, and I'll be pulling that next Monday. I don't know what time yet because I have an appointment in the evening, so I'll have to see. I might have to play that by ear. I might not be able to keep the schedule because I don't know when I'll be back. And let's see how these turned out. Alright, so here's this is our little duo. Our little duo that we did. So, what do you think? So just to recap, the pumpkins are the hanging ones from the Hobby Lobby. These came from Hobby Lobby too. The frames are clearance. They were clearance during the summer. Painted them. Used a little bit of antique wax. The pip berries we curled up. Those I think are also from Hobby Lobby. And then there's a combination probably of Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree ribbon. Mostly Dollar Tree ribbon, I would say. At least this orange, the plaid, I think the plaid one too. Yeah, the plaid, the orange, the teal, these are all Dollar Tree. Actually, this is all Dollar Tree. These are all Dollar Tree ribbons. And then the berries come from the Dollar Tree too, so. Yeah. So we got a 2-for-1 tonight with the crafting. Oh, Gloria loves it. Thanks, Gloria. Kavita says pretty. Karen says too cute for words. Dynamic duo. Yeah, I think they have enough things in common. They both have the check, even though they're different colors and different frames, and then the bow is the same. And they have a similar look that they could look cute together on a shelf or something like that. So, yeah, that was my thinking in that. And using a lot more of the antique wax now. So we put some antique wax on the pumpkins and then on the background as well. So my plan is to go live on Friday again. So Friday at 5:30 Arizona time. And I'm going to do another fall craft. But then after that, I'm looking to move to Halloween. So maybe doing a Halloween craft on the weekend and Monday. So that's my plan. But I'll put out some posts so you know the schedule and what I'm planning, so you'll know when you can find me. But thanks for taking your Wednesday evening with me. I enjoyed hanging out with you and crafting with you. And I'll see you on Friday. Thanks, everyone. Bye.